Hi guys, welcome to Seminar 5's vlog, agility drills. The drill I've chosen to analyse today is the X drill. It's the area I probably have the least amount of experience in as an S&C coach, so please don't expect too much. The way I approached it and a summary of how this vlog will go is I did the drill completely blind as instructed, without any practice. And then I looked at ways of how I could improve the drill by either breaking it down or just working on the drill as a complete form, and a couple other strategies as well. So this was the first attempt at doing the drill. As you can see, agility is definitely not my strong point. So I went about the drill in its complete and regular form first. I practiced it over just to get some repetitions and familiarity around kind of the flow of the drill. It's not something I probably do with my athletes, but I kind of broke the drill down to start with, just into smaller parts, and then built it back up again. And I suppose, as you can see, I'm kind of limited in the space that I had, but I tried to change the angles and the spacing of the turns as much as possible. Something which I think and have read a bit further around is a useful strategy, and also kind of following on from some of the stuff that John was talking about at the January on-site. And then I went back to the drill, and to which you'll see a bit later on with hopefully some improvement, but I'm not too sold yet. In its complete form a few times just to get some familiarity with it, and then I broke it down into smaller parts. Purely for my own interest, really, I would never imagine using this kind of strategy within a session itself, purely because I don't really have the time for this. And this is probably not the best drill in the world to use. It's probably a bit too complex for my agility skill anyway. I think I actually rolled my ankle the second time I did it, but fortunately that's not on video. So I found it quite useful to do, but again, maybe not so practical to do in a real life environment with multiple athletes, or where time is a constraint.
One, go.
Key points I took away was to pay attention to the smaller details of the drill, and maximise the kind of all the opportunities that are available to improve different things. So although it's an agility drill, I suppose there's an opportunity there to work on force generation from the start position, the running mechanics. Okay, so some of the key points I took away from this exercise was to make the most of all the opportunities that you have, really. Obviously you don't want to overload the athlete with multiple stimulus, especially early on, but there's lots of different opportunities within certain drills to improve a multiple of things, not just agility itself. I think the most effective way for me personally learning the drill and becoming better was by changing the spacing and the different angles. Kept me a bit more alert and engaged throughout, as opposed to doing the same thing over and over again. Also, the sound of the drill, kind of listening to people's footwork if the environment allows. In a few people that I kind of experimented with, it was interesting to see that kind of their feet were a lot heavier on weaker turns, etc. And more often than not, in the small group of people that I worked with, it did correlate with their movement screens. So yeah, highlighting some capacity issues as well as skill issues there.